Good morning, all. I hope you slept well. I did. I went to bed early. I got like 7 hours sleep. I actually stayed in my bed all night. Cheers to that. Usually I move to the couch. Had an interesting dream last night, though. I love that Candace shared that she's been dreaming a lot lately, because I have been too. And I don't say that like lightly. I just have been. I just dream a lot. Truthfully, I've always been a pretty big dreamer. I dream a lot. But I'm going to share with you what my dream was last night. So, oddly enough, in my dream was the accountant and my boss and me. This is how crazy it is, okay? So, the company had multiple layers of companies. All right. I found that out towards the end, last couple of years. And they kept growing, the amount of companies that they opened. And one of them, I think they had 2 different accounting companies, actually, now I think about it. Because the accountant opened up her own accounting company. And then he already had one open. If my memory serves me correctly, I'm pretty sure. Anywho, in my dream, I went over to her house and there was some kind of filing that we had to do in reference to the company. Okay? And she was very, very clever and cute in reference to me having to sign it and needed to file it for some kind of government funding type thing. Again, this is my dream. All right, it's a dream. And so I did sign it. I did the electronic signing because it was on like an iPad. All right, this is how vivid it was. It's so crazy. And then after realizing when I was signing it, I saw Rule 27. Rule 27. Something to do with a Rule 27. See, I have a Rule 27 petition filed. And so after I signed it, I then realized, I shouldn't have signed this. It's not something I should have signed it. And it's so funny because the correlation of the dream just reminds me of how easily swayed I've been in the past. You know what I mean? I've always kind of went with the flow of things, you know, to make things run smoother, to not deal with confrontation. Just allow things to be what they are type thing and go in, do my job, and it be that. And not realize what really surrounds me in reference to the positioning of people around you, you know, the deception around you. A lot of the times, unfortunately, we are swallowed in a world filled with deception, so deception surrounds us in different ways. Whether it's in your family, whether it's in your work environments, whether it's in your friendships, your marriage, whatever, it just does. It shouldn't be that way, but it does. And so after I realized it, I said something. And then it was a very unique conversation. Well, then my boss comes in. And again, this is all previous. This is a dream. And it was really, really weird and peculiar how he was acting. It was as if we were just like best friends, hanging out. And I woke up shortly after that. It's just crazy. That came out of the middle of nowhere in reference to dreams. But I thought it was quite telling. Given the circumstances that I'm in. And I'm like, golly, God, I hear you. I mean, and that's just how God be speaking to me, you know. Again, it is what it is. You know, I know a lot of people have something to say. A lot of people have deflections. A lot of people have projections. And a lot of people have really nasty, hurtful, negative things to say. And that's okay. You know, people just don't know no better. They just don't. When it's something out of their wheelhouse, it's out of the realm of things when it comes to, you know, religion, spirituality, people connected with themselves. It threatens people, You know, it threatens people. It threatens the norm. It threatens the conformity of what we've been ingrained. Particularly when we've been ingrained to not talk about these things. You know, I'm sure a lot of people have dreams, but they don't talk about it. I'm sure a lot of people go through a lot of things in their day-to-day, but they don't talk about it because they're scared to. They're scared to be vulnerable. They're scared to, you know, be who they are and truly feel what they feel and think what they think because they're scared of the backlash. And so I get that. I get that because it is hard at times. And I hope that by me putting myself out there, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and just being vulnerable, inspires people to be vulnerable, because I feel like when you open yourself up to vulnerability, you really open yourself up to be free to who you are and how you feel. So that was in my dream. Another thing that came to me right before, so I started watching Chosen before I went to bed last night. Season 5. Season 5 is one of my favorites. Season 5, Season 2, and Season 4 are my faves. But I love the whole season, a series itself. It's a great series. And I started watching episode 1, Season 5. And golly, it just hits different. It hits different every time I watch it. When he's sitting there at the table, talking to his disciples, letting them know that he's about to leave, but he will be back. He will rise again. And the world will know. And, you know, just going through the beautiful way that Jesus always had the ability to articulate things. And then it shows him walking into what was it? Oh, what's it called? The area where, not the tribute, where they have them selling all the gold and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of it. But in reference to, it made me think about the churches these days and just how much that's ingrained in it. It's just the money part of it. And it's crazy to think globally how much we've really weaponized God and Jesus in reference to taking it down a road filled with money, greed, and power, and deception, and corruption. Like, that's got to be a really hard pill to swallow for some people. Some not. Some people justify it in their head because they think they're doing God's work, which is crazy to me. But, and so I don't know. It was really interesting to watch and see and just kind of get a different perspective. But another thing that came to me was, because I run so much on love, like I'd rather to have loved and lost than to not loved at all. And I feel like that's a really powerful statement, as well as beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Like those two sayings are two of my favorites because there's so much profound truth in them, right? Because I move and operate in love 24/7 all the time, I don't mind losing love because I move and operate in love. And so often enough, we get burned, we get bitter, we get betrayed, we get all these things, right? And it's like, but I'm still very blessed and happy to have experienced that love. Whether it's friendship, previous lover, previous boyfriend, husband, family, whatever, I'm still blessed to have that love because I learned a lot about that love and things within myself. And just because I lost that love doesn't mean that I stopped loving in general, because I choose to operate in love. And so I think that that's something that we all really should try to adopt instead of getting so mad and angry. Learn to love and have lost than to never loved at all. You know, there's so many times people haven't even experienced love, but they've experienced fake love. There's so many people out here that choose to operate in fake love. But I hope this video resonated. I love you guys. I gotta get ready for work. Have a great day. It is hump day. Hump day. Love you.